Brett Hollander, now with MASNsports.com, Steve Melewski. And Steve, going back to Chris's time here, a little complicated. We all get that, but there were some great moments.
There were some great moments, no doubt about it. And, you know, the team had the most wins in the American League from 2012 through 2016. Chris Davis averaged nearly 40 home runs in that stretch. He was a feared hitter, Brett, as we know. He was a key cog in the middle of the order. And, you know, as like Brandon Hyde said today, he will kind of choose to remember the production that got him the big contract in the first place. And, of course, we know he did not live up to that contract ultimately in terms of what was expected. But there were a lot of wins. There were a lot of homers. And we can never forget and should never forget that the organization and the fan base had to suffer through 14 years of losing. And then it was Hardy and Jones and Davis and Machado and so many others, including Scope, of course, who's on the field for the Tigers today, who helped turn this thing back around and brought winning baseball back to Birdland.
Yeah, Andy MacPhail, the club's president at the time in 2011, he was on a roll of spinning about one great trade after another. He sent Koji Uehara to Texas for Chris Davis and Tommy Hunter, two major contributors, and obviously Davis became an all-star first baseman in the American League.
He did, and it's funny because he was, some people labeled him a 4A player, you know, when he was with Texas. He hit a ton of home runs in AAA for the Texas Rangers, and some people thought he would have a cup of coffee in the majors or he would not have the productive career he had. And then he came here and he thrived. You know, as the Orioles were blossoming into a winner, he was blossoming into a middle-of-the-order hitter. And while it didn't end well for him here, we know that, he was a good leader in there, Brett, and he was a good leader for young players. I've had young Orioles tell me that. You know, behind the scenes, even in recent years when it was going badly for him, he was there for them if they wanted to reach out and talk to him and try to give him any tips, any help. He really liked the direction the Orioles were going. He told me a couple times in recent years, and he had hoped to be a part of it, but he just never could get it back together.
While we have you here, Steve, I do want to ask you one question about what's happening down the farm. And no, it's not about Adley Rutschman, but Grayson Rodriguez turned in another dominant performance for AA Bowie yesterday. He's on some kind of roll right now. Is there any chance he'll be promoted to AAA before this season comes to an end?
I mean, there's a chance, sure. He's pitching great for the Bowie Bay Sox, but I do think this. We have to consider a few things with Grayson Rodriguez. He's 21. He's thriving at AA. He's thriving with Justin Ramsey, the pitching coach there. He's putting up prolific stats. He actually had a start or two short recently, and he rebounded from that with 2 scoreless, Brett, so that was tremendous. I think the Orioles love what he's doing. If the worst-case scenario is he starts next year at AAA and has a chance to be in the major leagues in 2022, I think we all could live with that. 21-year-old phenom, the best pitching prospect in baseball, and Brett, he earned that title by what he's doing on the field this year. He just keeps trending up, and all things look so positive for Grayson. Great kid, checks just about every box you would want checked.